Today is Sunday, November 19th, and that means that this coming Friday is the 25th. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's the 25th, and most importantly, it's Black Friday. And I know Black Friday is probably one of the most controversial holidays all year long, if you even want to call it a holiday. There's all of this talk as to whether it's a good opportunity to save money on things that you need and want, or if it's just really consumerist driven and just a reason to get you to waste money on things you don't need by convincing you it's a better deal than it is and that you need it and that you want it even though you don't need it and you don't want it. Well, as you guys know, I consider myself to be a minimalist, and as a minimalist, I tend to approach life through a lens of intentionality. I am really into essentialism, really basically asking myself before I make any purchase whether or not it's something that I truly need or something that I truly want or that's actually going to add real value to my life. And so with that said, I figured I would take this opportunity to share with you guys what is on my shopping list for this coming Black Friday. Ready? Nothing. The answer is nothing. I'm not buying a single thing this Black Friday. At least I certainly don't plan to. Last year on Black Friday, I actually made a video called I'm a Hypocrite, Real Life Minimalism, and it was about my impulsive decision to buy a brand new iPhone on Black Friday. I will link to that video up here and down below as well. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. But essentially, yeah, I decided impulsively to buy a brand new iPhone 11 last year on Black Friday, and the reason for that was that I actually needed a new phone. My iPhone I had had at that time was dying, it had become very unreliable, and so while I didn't specifically plan in advance to buy an iPhone on Black Friday, I knew that I needed one, and I was kind of just waiting to the last moment, trying to squeeze every last life drop out of my old phone. And Black Friday presented an opportunity where it was probably the best deal all year long, and knowing I needed it anyways, I went ahead and took advantage of that opportunity and got the phone. And I think overall that that's a good thing. I think Black Friday actually can present itself as an opportunity to save money on things you might actually be in need of or might have been wanting for a long time. And if that's the case, then I think that you should absolutely go ahead and buy yourself things on Black Friday. If there's something you're in need of and this is the best deal you're going to get all year long, take advantage of that. If there's something you really had your eye on and you really wanted and it's going to be on sale at a better price than you could otherwise get it, if you have the money and you can afford it and it makes sense for you, go ahead and take advantage of the Black Friday sale. But I think it's really important not to fall into the trap of believing that you need to buy something just for the sake of buying something, or that just because something's on sale, it's a good deal and you need to have it. Despite being a minimalist, I am still a normal human being, and I find myself sometimes feeling caught up in all of the hype, just like anybody else would. And so while all the stores are advertising their sales and sending out their flyers, knowing that there isn't anything specific that I'm in need of or that I'm looking to buy, I can't help myself from flipping through the flyers and flipping through the sales and looking to see if anything's piquing my interest. And I mean, yeah, if I tried hard enough, I could probably find something that I would like and that I would want to spend my money on. But knowing that despite all the sales and all the hype, I don't truly need anything right now, I have made the decision just to stop looking, to stop trying to find something to spend my money on, because I don't need anything, and just because I find something that might be interesting or might be a good deal, doesn't mean that I actually need it. I had an interesting thought occur to me last night, and this is probably going to be a hot take or an unpopular opinion, and in fact, it might even offend some people, so bear with me here. Sorry if you're offended. Not really sorry, just my 2 cents. But I think that all holidays, every single one of them, all of them are fake. I think that all of the holidays were just invented, or at least are just pushed by mega corporations and by the rich and the elite and the powerful as a means of getting you to spend money on things that don't actually have any value to you. Often spending money you don't even have on things you definitely don't even need, sometimes even just as obligatory gifts for people you don't even really like or want to buy gifts for. Like if you think about it, there's some sort of a celebratory holiday, something that involves buying gifts or decor or knickknacks or something pretty much every 45 to 60 days or less. And I don't think that that's a coincidence. Like even if they have different origins and actual meaning, I feel like the only reason that they're still popular today, the reason that they're still celebrated, is because corporations have a vested interest in giving you an excuse to spend money constantly all year long on something all the time. Like between Black Friday and Christmas and Boxing Day and then New Year's and then Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day and Easter and Thanksgiving and Halloween, and it's just like all of these holidays, like if we didn't celebrate any of these holidays, if we didn't have any reason to buy gifts or cards or liquor or fireworks or decor or any of this other stuff, how much stuff would we actually have to buy? Probably not very much. Like if we took all of the unnecessary stuff, we trimmed all of the fat from our spending on a yearly basis, and we went down to just the actual essentials, we'd probably be spending a lot less money than we actually do. We'd probably be buying a lot less things than we actually do. And the stores would suffer as a result of it. I want to be clear that I'm not saying that you shouldn't celebrate holidays, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't decorate your house if it makes you happy, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do the things that give you a little pep in your step. I'm just saying to recognize the fact that in a lot of ways, much like everything else in life, this is just about keeping up with everybody else. This is just about doing it because everyone else is doing it and you don't want to be the only one not doing it. But if you weren't doing it, maybe the other guy wouldn't be doing it, and maybe nobody would be doing it, and maybe we wouldn't all feel this pressure to be doing something that doesn't actually do anything at all. I stopped into Walmart last night to pick up a couple last-minute grocery items for dinner, and I didn't realize at the time that I got there that the pre-Black Friday sale was already in full swing. I guess I was blissfully unaware of that. But yeah, anyways, the aisles were just packed, not only full of people, but full of product, full of like niche, single-use, small kitchen appliances, things that you know nobody actually needs and is probably never actually going to use. Things like ice cream machines, or cotton candy makers, or popcorn poppers, like popcorn poppers, is that what you would call it? I guess, a machine that pops popcorn. I always thought that was called a microwave, but maybe I'm a peasant, I don't know. But people were like clamoring to these things like they were oxygen, like they were the last drop of drinking water. I literally walked past somebody having a full-on, full volume meltdown about this ice cream maker, going, oh my God, it can make ice cream and milkshakes and smoothies. Oh my God, we're taking it. And I was kind of just like, oh, okay. And somebody else like having a freak out about a deep fryer that has not one but 2 baskets. And I'm like, don't they all have 2 baskets? I don't know. You can deep fry, by the way, in like any pot or pan that you already have at your house. Most of the stuff is really redundant. And the decor, don't even get me started on the decor. Just the tackiest, ugliest, crappiest stuff slathered all over the store, and people were fighting over it, fighting over Christmas lights, fighting over everything that's red and green. And I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. And I'm not trying to be here to like poop on anybody's parade or try to, you know, suck the joy and celebration out of the little moments of life. I think it's important to find happiness in the small things, to find joy in what would otherwise be mundane, and just to find reasons to be happy in this kind of dystopian universe we're living in. I believe that that's important. I'm not trying to negate that. I'm not trying to dampen anybody's spirits, but it was just really like shocking to me. And I don't know why after all these years I'm still so shocked about it. Maybe it's because right now especially there's so much talk about economic uncertainty, about facing a recession, about the housing crisis, about interest rates going up and people's savings plummeting, and all of these uncertain things going on with the economics and with people's ability to live secure lives financially. And somehow that just doesn't seem to affect anybody's desire to waste insane amounts of money on really dumb things.
Oh God, it's so unnecessary!
Oh, you have excellent taste.
As I was trying to find my way towards the exit, I almost got run over not by one, but by 2 separate people wielding grocery carts with TVs so large that they couldn't even see over the TVs to see where they were pushing the carts into. And at that point, I knew I had to go. So I had 3 things in my hands. I had a bag of cashews, a bag of brown rice, and a package of socks. Really exciting, right? And I took my stuff up to the register, and I went to pay for it, and I was told that, oh yeah, by the way, we don't have plastic shopping bags anymore. We've completely done away with those. And listen, I know I should be bringing my own reusable bags. Admittedly, I'm pretty bad about that. I tend to forget. And I was kind of a little bit flabbergasted though by the idea that they didn't have them at all. I'm used to paying like 5 cents for them, but the fact that they're completely gone. I feel like I heard that that was gonna happen, but maybe I didn't realize it was happening already. I don't know, maybe that one's on me. But as I waddled through the parking lot with a bag of rice under one arm and a bag of cashews and a pack of socks in the other hand, and kind of tried very carefully not to drop my stuff while I reached for my keys, I couldn't help but think that maybe the plastic shopping bags are not the root cause of all of our waste issues in this world. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. If you actually are planning on doing some Black Friday shopping this year, please don't let me be the one to try to talk you out of the things that make you happy or the things that you need. And like I said, if there is a good deal available on something you've been eyeing, maybe now is the best time to buy it. But I want to encourage you that if you're not in that demographic, if like me, there isn't really anything that you need, there isn't really anything that you want, don't feel pressured to have to go and shop and spend money on things just because everybody else is. Don't believe the hype. If you enjoyed this video, if you found any value in it, please go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and maybe ring that little bell so you get a notification when I post new videos. I make videos about minimalism, personal finance, investing, self-development, habit building, all that cool stuff. So definitely hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Feel free to follow me on Instagram as well at according_to_Nicole. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rant. Take care. I'll see you next week.